Hey, how's it going, guys? It's Shut Door or Door Shutter coming back to you with episode 36 of Direwolf20's 1.19 mod pack. And today, it is sadly raining in the world. I don't like that. Let's actually try and sleep. Okay, so no, I can't sleep. It is daytime. Okay, anyway. So, I have materials in my inventory that are 32 dash plates, 32, that is the wrong material. Hold on. Steel. Okay, again, 32 dash plates, 32 steel ingots, 32 dash ingots, and 64 iron plates. Why would I have this in my inventory? Well, we're going to make a space station. And we could make a space station on any real planet. I think they're all the same. We're actually going to launch it off this pad. I think they're all the same. Keyword. And we're going to fuel up this rocket with just normal fuel. 3 buckets is still good. And what we're going to do is we're going to build a space station. I'm going to get into orbit, and I will see you guys there in a second. Alrighty. So what I want to do is I want to build a space station. And we have options, right? We can build one on Venus. We could build one on Mercury. We could build one on Mars. We could even build one on the Proxima Galactio planet. But I think I want to do one on Earth. I think that sounds cool. I mean, there isn't really a difference, I would assume. It's just kind of wherever you really want to. I guess you could build one on every, but I think I'm gonna do Earth. And you know what? Let's actually go to the moon. Let's do the moon space station. Okay. So we're still launching apparently. Not 100% sure what's happening. Okay, so we're holding space. Holding space. Not really holding it, by the way. I'm kind of just letting it go. But we don't have oxygen, by the way. So this will be interesting. Okay. So this, ladies and gentlemen, is a space station. Right? Let's actually hop down here. And yeah, we have like a full-on space station. So you can see here if we go down further. Oop. Trying to go down here. We have like a whole literal space station. Like this is actually quite cool. So we could like build stuff here if we really wanted to. Like, cause I mean, this is the space station, and I think we could take a flight around here. I don't think that's a problem. And I'm pretty sure you can actually like straight up expand upon this as much as you want. I don't know if there's like a limit, but yeah, I mean, this is pretty cool. And what we could do is instead of grabbing a rocket and refueling it, all right, I'm gonna have to not use the jetpack because this is annoying. All right, so we can just set down here and go. Where's it at? New space station. Add location. And I think for now, I'm going to get rid of Glacio, and I'm going to get rid of... Actually, no, I'm going to keep the moon base. But what we can actually do here is if we wanted to, we can oxygenate this. Here, hold on. So I figured out that if you actually just do a trap door, or probably just a normal door, you might be able to do this. Here, hold on, let's see. We got an iron door. So if we just do an iron door with player plates, I don't think there's anything we need to worry about up here, but I just want to do player plates because I like player plates. Okay. And we kind of just have what we had on the moon. And we'll get an oxygen disperser. Requires an oxygen loader, which requires 2 oxygen tanks. Actually, it require 4 oxygen tanks, right? 1, 2, there we go. And then engine fan 1, 1, 2, 3. Oxygen loader. Looks like we actually need more plates of steel variety. Let's see here. Doodly-doo. There we go. So lightning rod, oxygen loader, oxygen distributor, which needs an oxygen gear, which then needs 2 dash plates, and there's an oxygen distributor. Okay, and we could probably just set this right here. This does up to 2,000 blocks, by the way, so just so you guys know, it's actually pretty nifty, I will not lie. I think it's a pretty cool thing to have. But if we actually grab some fluid pipes, and let's just craft up a, yeah, is that right? Copper upgrade, no, it's functional, hold on. I was about to craft a functional thing for these. Let's just do gold. All right, do that. Grab my crescent hammer, wherever that may be. It's probably in here again. Yes, it is. It keeps ending up in here. But we should be able to see, once we also get a flux point. Nope, didn't mean to do that. Power. There we go. 305 blocks. So we should, in theory, have oxygen, yeah, down here. So we could actually have a base up here. It's actually a pretty cool concept. I like this. Will I do anything with this? I'm not sure. I think if I was to do anything with this, I would want to get rid of all the ladders and everything. Because right now, we actually could take this purely off. As long as we do not breach the hull, we should be good to really put my normal armor back on. And we're actually going to toggle this here. So if we do run program, space station, delete location, and we actually just do space station, just do space station again. Except for this time, we are actually in the space station. But yeah, let's actually quickly get rid of all of this. Just do not breach the hull. That's all I got to do. Okay. So yeah, it looks like we still have like a gravity thing, but you know, that's fine. So yeah, this is just kind of a cool thing. I mean, I'm not going to really do too much more with Ad Astra. I think we've seen everything that we can really see with Ad Astra. I mean, of course, don't forget there are some interesting blocks and things you can make with Ad Astra. Solar panels, you could make the water pump, which actually is a good way to get water in any capacity, honestly. You just put an infinite water source down below it, you power it, and it'll suck all the fluid up. Energizer just charges items. There is the coal generator. Oh, there's actually a compressor. So there's a way to actually make ingots. I didn't even know this was in here. I kind of missed that. But that's pretty cool. But yeah, there's also this, the rover, by the way. It actually is pretty cool, but I didn't make one. It's not too expensive, and it is actually quite fast. You do need fuel for it, though. But yeah, I mean, with that, I think we're done with Ad Astra. If I want to make something up here, I can. But I think for now, we're going to go back to the base, and we're going to kind of move away from Ad Astra. I think that was kind of like a full force, everything it has to offer. And, you know, it was cool. It was cool to explore. I think we're going to move on. You know, we're going to put our spacesuit down, and we're going to call it there. I enjoyed it. Legitimately, I did enjoy everything about Ad Astra. There are some things that I wish were better, of course, but honestly, I would play it again with less OP stuff, and I think I'd probably enjoy it a little bit more, but, you know, for now, put the rocket down, and let's get on to something else here. But I kind of want to look at all the mods we have available, because I really... There's Mechanism, there's Thermal, a whole bunch. Oh, there's Ars Instrumentum. What is that? I don't remember this one. Oh, so Ars Instrumentum. Runic Stone of Storage. I have no idea what that means. Should I just make one and see what happens? What is this? I've got no idea. Okay. Charm of numeric mana. Would that actually tell you how the number of mana you have? That's kind of interesting. We also have the arcane applicator. I really don't know what any of this stuff is. There is actually a thing in here. I've seen it, and I'll show you guys in a little bit. What is this? It's actually like a I don't know. I'm gonna need to look up what this one actually does. But there is actual source liquid, like liquid source. Here, hold on. Let's just look up source and see if we can find it. So yeah, there's liquefied source. But basically, this would allow for you to convert actual normal source into a liquid and transfer it via fluid system. And a lot of people are suggesting AE2, but you guys do kind of need to remember that functional storage has fluid drawers. So these things are fantastic, right? So if I actually grab a bucket of this fuel, so there you go, 4 buckets. This actually tells you all the information. This can hold 32 buckets by default, but if we actually go and we get the higher tier, so a diamond tier, and we make this netherite, let's see how much this upgrades it, because I haven't looked at these, but let's see. So now this holds 512 buckets, which is a decent amount, 512 buckets. Could you do more with a different mod? Yes, you really could, because we do have fluid tanks throughout, right? But you got to remember, if you wanted to, you could actually take this and a storage bus. I'm thinking of this, if I'm correct. I haven't tested this. Let's grab a piston. Okay. So if I set this, actually just right here in the ground for a second, storage bus, fluid drawer, I should see this fluid drawer pop up. So fuel, yeah. So basically, the reason I think these would be absolutely fantastic for any system, even if it's not that much, right? And if we look at functional storage, and we just grab another diamond upgrade, because you can have 4 upgrades in total, remember? So I grab another diamond upgrade and I just toss this bad boy in here. We are up to 6.1 million buckets. So doubling, right? That's awesome. So if I actually grab the netherite upgrade, I want to see how much this actually goes up, because this is a viable solution, right? 8.2 million. Okay. So we can have a controller system, right? So for example, if I wanted to, I could actually come over here and I could put a new drawer down. So we want to have this and then a controller. No, is it a controller? There's a controller extension. I don't even know what that is. We might have to look at what that one is. But let's see. So storage controller. We could put this down and we could grab our cards. So we, of course, could lock this. Link. Okay. And if we actually switch this to single, that'll be easier. There you go. You could now put a storage bus on this. And if you wanted like infinite water in your system, all you need to do is basically get another fluid drawer, right? And these do have the 2x2 and the 1x2s. You could just grab this. You could grab a sink, right? I want to know something. Before I actually use the sink, I want to see something else. Let me actually grab a bucket of water here. I don't think I have a sink anywhere nearby. I think they're all on the moon. Right? Let's just go grab water from the farm. Or right here. So if I grab a sink, I was just curious. Could I attach this to a storage bus? Right now, I'm kind of wondering some things. Right, I'm just kind of clear up some things that I've been thinking while I haven't been recording. So let's see. So no, let's actually just go back over here. That storage bus should still be here. Would this actually work? Okay. Well, I was gonna do this. I was gonna do this as like, you could do this. You could legitimately storage bus a sink and have infinite water. I don't see any flaws in this logic. I think everybody should do that. That is fantastically ridiculous, if I do say so myself. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to kind of bury this. Storage bus, sink, ebony plate, plank, that, facade, and we have infinite water. Okay, well, we've just made an improvement. But I want to look at what this Ars Instrumentum is. So let me do that, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I looked a little bit more into the Ars Instrumentum, and basically it's actually a set of tools that can be very, very useful for Ars Nueva, right? So this runic stone of storage is actually really interesting because it does, and this is the main purpose of this, is it actually saves your relay information. So if I go over here and I click on this, saved relay configuration. So if I broke this and I pick this back up, I can actually just right click. Oh, shift right click. Okay. And it actually will reload that. That is pretty cool. The arcane applicator actually will do something pretty cool too. So if I take this out and I do this, say if you had a whole bunch of things that you wanted to apply a certain thing to, you could actually set this up. Oh, hold on, I gotta have a block. So let's see. So if I put this back down, it's empty, right? If I right click, it actually applied it. So what this arcane applicator does is it allows for you to have any kind of Ars Instrumentum at Ars Instrumentum, either the Save Starbuncle, the Runic Stone of Storage, or the Scroll of Spell Transfer on the arcane applicator, and it'll apply to the relevant things, right? I believe it said you can also do, here on, I had the book open. Here, let's see. If I pick this back up, I can actually look at the page. This actually says the inscribed spells as well. Let's see. So a runic stone of storage, scroll of save, starbuncle, scroll of spell transfer, or an inscribed spell parchment. So basically, this would allow for you to mass apply scroll parchments and also just reapply to a massive amount of relays or something of that sort, right? That is pretty cool. I was just kind of, I mean, there are a lot of Ars mods in here. Of course, they're all different, right? That's the other thing. There's like the Ars Elementum. There's also like upgradable armor. Basically, you can take the Ars Nueva stuff. What am I thinking? Ars Nueva armor, the default stuff, and actually upgrade it using the mage blooms and all of that stuff. What is this? The alteration table. Used to inscribe threads onto magical armors. Okay. But yeah, that's pretty cool. I really don't have too much direction for this episode, by the way. I was kind of wanting to look at different stuff and see what we actually have available. I know ours is pretty cool. I want to use it. I really do. I don't know what to use it for. I would love to use it for flux automation, but I don't have a glyph in here that would actually left click something like interact but with left click. I know there's an interact one in here, but it does not do left click. So that's kind of sad. But I think for now, I'm going to be right back. I'm going to try to figure out what we're going to do with the rest of this episode. We might make a tree farm. That probably sounds like a good idea. Get that out of the way. And so I'm going to come back with a sower, a gatherer, and a place to actually put that. All right, so this is kind of an impromptu segment here. I was going and looking around at the at statues mod. If you don't know what this mod is, basically it adds a whole lot of statues from creatures you kill. I believe you kill 10 of them and you can get a statue. Um, and I was always curious what this whole system is. And you can see that there's one right here that gives you level 0, upgrade slots 0, statue core. The statue core, from my knowledge, only drops from statue bat. Came across something else. So, quickly, you can see what is called a mimic. You can see a few of these. Let me scan one more time here. What is a mimic? That's a very good question, and actually, the answer is quite simple. There's a mod in here called Artifacts, and I didn't actually think about using the scanner to detect any of these, right? Because I'm detecting animals, but if I scan here again, the mimics are going to drop one of these artifacts, one of many artifacts, right? And I could kind of cheese this. I honestly didn't think about using this scanner to actually obtain anything like this. So if we actually kind of just head towards the mimics, we can actually get some artifacts that will improve our character. So let's actually quickly do that here. So right here, let me actually grab torches. Where is my staff? Do I not have it on me? Staff of the Stars. Did I? Oh, no, it's right there. Okay. I just blind a little bit. So right here, you can see that there's a mimic. Of course, because he's not sitting properly. But you kill him, and you can actually get artifacts. And actually, I got 2 of them. Allows the wearer to double jump. Increases knockback dealt by, So, I mean, it's pretty cool. It's nothing too extremely fancy. There are some that I would love to get from this at artifacts. And, things like, where is it? There's agility in water. This one's just silly. Increases the wearer's flatulence. I think that's interesting. Grants immunity to knockback. Increases movement speed and step height while sprinting. Creepers avoid the wearer. Increases wearer jump height and immunity to fall damage. Allows wearer to walk on fluids while sprinting. Increases the wearer's maximum health. So there are some pretty cool ones here, and I really did not think that we could look at these with the scanner. And I think if I knew that, I would probably have been upgraded a long time ago. But I'm also looking for the statue bat, and I don't see one. All right, let's get rid of this guy. But yeah, I just wanted to show you that you could actually find mimics this way, and possibly, just kind of increase your overall. Holy cow, that was a mistake. I'll be back. I think I got plenty of flippers. Oh, okay, I have to say this. Apotheosis is a bit broken. I don't understand. I just killed a skeleton, and just this absurdity happened, like just now. I don't really get it. I have so many gems. What are these even? 6 point. Oh my. Oh my. Do you think we can get luckier? Oh, goodness gracious. I found one. I found a statue bat. Now I just got to kill it. So it gives you a statue core, which can then be used to upgrade one statue. Okay. Also, I found an amethyst geode. I'm actually going to mark this. Never know when I might need it. But yeah, I'm kind of just hunting for these guys real quick because I want to test out some stuff. But I also don't have echo shards, which is one of the things that you need to actually make these things spawn, I believe. So we're going to have to kind of try and figure out that. Just want to nibble on your brains. Obtain a zombie statue. Okay. But yeah, I'm kind of just looking for more mimics. Looking for more statue bats. And they aren't common. So I'm going to be hunting on for these guys for a little while. So I'll see you guys in a bit whenever I find them. We'll get the plant gatherer, plant sower, get that all set up this episode. And I'll be right back. This just scared the crap out of me. It is called a hide behind. Man, that noise is loud. I was coming to find a mimic, and I just heard that, and it's just, what in the world? That is horrifying. What in the world, man? Alright, so I quickly came back because I captured a statue bat in what is called a mob imprisonment tool. If you don't know what this is, it's from Industrial Foregoing, and basically we can duplicate spawn, or we should be able to duplicate statue bats and get their mob drops, okay? I think that's the goal I want to do. I'm not going to do that with like mimics or anything because I don't really need a whole lot of the mimic stuff. It's just kind of interesting. We actually have some other, let's see, what is this one? This one is a hands. So I have a few things here that we are going to be using. I got a scarf, which applies extra level of fortune to mine blocks. Scuba, so we actually have just water breathing. And this stuff doesn't have durability, by the way. So we're kind of just, we're cruising. We're getting some good stuff. I am still on the hunt for more mimics right now. But I just want to pop in and say that I actually decided to gather up a statue bat. Actually, that was like almost the second one, I think. The other one got blown up right before I could actually capture it. So, alrighty, so we're about to wrap up this episode, actually. And I've got everything ready for next episode to, get the tree farm done. But real quick, I wanted to get a cow in a jar. And to do this, we are actually just going to drop an anvil on top of a milk jar. And drop that. This actually will make a cow in a jar, which will indefinitely produce milk. And I can use milk for a lot of crafting recipes and stuff. So I want to actually take this and a fluid pipe at pipes. And I've been doing a lot of experimenting between this last segment and this one. And I have to say there's some things that I'm interested in exploring further that I've been experimenting on. I won't say what they are, but there are some things, and I think it's going to be interesting. I'm not 100% sure if I figured this system out, but I think what I'm going to do is kind of avoid this. It seems like there's just some issue somewhere that I can't detect because I've actually upgraded these all from advanced to netherite, or the ultimate pipe upgrades, and I haven't found the problem ever. I've unloaded the chunks, I've taken off FTB chunks, I've basically just let this run. The only thing I can see is time in a bottle will break it because it makes sense. You're speeding up the ticks, which means that whenever a tick happens, to be on that certain durability, this is only going on ticks. So if it's in between or half a tick or whatever, this won't detect it. So doing that makes sense. So actually, time torching these wouldn't work. And I also made sure the match only provided tags is on here. I don't know. Also, I'm still waiting for this to clear out to kind of just test this because I've also got a few other things figured out. So Bad Omen. There's actually a ominous plate this actually will give you bad omen, which means that I figured out a way to get more totems undying, right? I've got a few in here. I think they're over in this one. 13 of them. But if I just place that plate down, go into a village, I can completely and utterly just take out every single raider, get the evokers. I actually have been farming spawn eggs, basically, just killing a whole bunch of different creatures, getting their spawn eggs, which means that in the future, we can do container jars. It's honestly just kind of an easier way to do it. Of course, you need to kill a lot more mobs, which is fine. It's kind of accidental, in all honesty. I've got 23 shulker eggs because of Pinata, but yeah, it's working, right? Next episode, I want to get the tree farm done. I want to get looking at statues. I have a few statue cores in here, 3 to be precise, and I want to see about what this has to offer. I don't 100% know because, of course, there's not a lot of information on the statues mod. I know they're more than just decoration now, but I don't know what that means. I also need an echo shard still to actually try and get any further than this, but I cannot find one. I like legitimately cannot find one. It is kind of getting annoying. So with that, we are going to lock this drawer and we're going to end this episode. So let's configure this to this drawer and then lock it. But we will connect a storage bus to this so we have our fuel, our milk, and that can actually be used to autocraft and stuff as well. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'm sorry I didn't get to the tree farm this episode. I kind of want to get a few more things done in the next episode, tree farm and all of that out of the way so we don't have to worry about it ever again. I don't know where I'm going to put it, but we're going to put it somewhere. Thank you guys so much for watching. Stay awesome, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye-bye!